So my man here, double H, half up with a sandwich. That's my meal. Relax, chill. It's my meal. My sandwich. So for this next hour or so, I am yours. I am here to deliver whatever you guys want me to deliver. I'm here to. Cause look, there's been a lot of football. We talk so much football. Let's just talk about life. Let's talk about politics, man. Things are going crazy in Nigeria, man. Things are going real damn crazy in Nigeria. Anonymous is popping off in Nigeria right now, and things are getting real. Things are getting real serious in Nigeria right now. And this might be a turning point for the nation. I mean, I've just speaking to my mom, speaking to some of my friends I have back in Nigeria, just trying to keep tabs on this situation, and they're all saying that it's popping off, man. So it's truly popping off, man. So, and it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. Like, I will probably do a video about it, and maybe even a live one, get some Nigerians to talk about it. But this is a long time coming. This was a issue, and I think it just reached a catalyst and a melting pot. So all those politicians, government officials, police officials, all those guys who did greed, stole, did things illegally, screwed people over. It's a reckoning. So you just hope and pray that there's no civil war. Hopefully, touch wood. But it's Nigeria was it was just a matter of time. It's not if it was going to happen, is when it's going to happen. When people say this whole thing of prayer, no, things aren't right. Guys are getting away with murder and crime fully. People are taking money, pocketing money for themselves. People are not investing money into the youth, into the country. Now, that's a key thing. SARS is just one aspect. SARS was the catalyst. Now it's that lights, electricity, better roads, better schools, better infrastructure, more jobs, spread the wealth. Getting real. It's getting real up in there. You sent me a question. Oh, okay. No accountability. No, bro, others, man. Stuff is getting real. Stuff is getting real, man. And people are tired of the crap, man. People are fully 100% tired of the crap. 100%. But hopefully it's not. What are your thoughts on Apple? iPhone hasn't made any improvements since Steve Jobs. Only innovation is AirPods. Can I be real? Do you want me to be honest? Now look, this is a half of spotlight, so it's a perfect time for us to be honest. You have to be stupid to keep on buying the new iPhone every single year. Oh, it's just I don't have my phone on me. All I need is my S8 and my A10. That's it. All you need is a smartphone that has WhatsApp, all of your stuff, everything is smooth, and that's it. Why do you need the new iPhone every single time? You need it not because you don't need it. You just want to be in with the crowd. Steve Jobs was that like, look, no offense, what's it called? Is it, I've forgotten the name of the, Tim Cook. Because obviously he gave it to Tim Cook, but Steve Jobs was that guy. If Steve Jobs was still around, we would get something crazy. We would get something absolutely crazy. They're just carrying on the business, just keeping the profits and everything. Steve Jobs was that dude because Steve Jobs was a psycho. Steve Jobs was on that next thing. Because, as I said again, it's so easy now, but do you know how innovative it was where dude just said, bro, this whole phone button thing, what if we make this thing a screen? And what if your phone is more than just a phone? What if your phone is an internet browser and it can also use apps and use other things? Well, the idea for the iPhone, it is so next gen. We got robbed off of being even more advanced because Lord only knows the kind of other stuff that your boy Steve Jobs would have done. Like the concept of the smartphone is genius. It's genius. Like even when I just use my cell phone, I'm like, this thing is genius, and we cannot lay it through. So if Steve Jobs was around, he would have he would have he would have he would, he would have given us the next level of the phone, because Steve Jobs was not worried about profit. Steve Jobs was like, no, what's really gave him the whole thing was our next level, next level. Even near his death and stuff, he was still thinking about design. Because I think they said that one of the kind of masks that he had, he didn't even want to wear it because it was a mask for his illness. He said, no, I don't want to wear it because it's not popping off. I'll only wear a mask that's actually really popping off. So, yeah, man, it's a mess, man. Foodie Wizard, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. I just want to just say big ups to my personal goat, Ibra, for still doing it bigger at 39. I know he's a UCL flop, but still one of the top 10 most skilled talented strikers ever. Look, man, we could even talk about this thing about Ibrahimovic with regards to just age. I always say the thing about Ibra, CL final, but in terms of a man, character, just a man, personality and stuff. Because even my brother was used to have discussions about it, because my brother said that he admires Ibra so much because he has so much belief in himself. Whether that belief is real or not, it is such a great thing to have, of like, no, I'm amazing. No, why not? No, I believe I'm amazing. And having that such strong, resounding belief in yourself and what you can do wonders for you. Because the trick is, it's not whether you really are amazing or not, just as long as you have that thought process of you believing you're amazing. So for Ibra, it's like, I'm 13. He doesn't believe he's 39. He believes he's 27, 26. The world says he's 39. Biology says he's 39, but his mind is like, no, I'm 24. And if you so psychologically, mentally believe that you're 24, 25, you play like a 24, 25-year-old. So I admire Ibra the man. I admire Ibra the person, the personality. And that's just how we got to go, man. Hope we're doing well. Khabib and I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. October 24th. I'm worried for Khabib. People are saying that it's his toughest test. Well, judging from how the last fight I saw from Khabib was obviously the Conor McGregor one, because the UFC fights come so late, it's hard to watch them. But my simple thing is that if he gets him on the ground, he wins, because Khabib, I believe, is one of the best submission experts and just wrestlers in the UFC. So if he fights his fight, he's going to be very difficult to defeat. And if my dear friend Gaita, he has to sort of ensure that Khabib doesn't fight his own fighter, doesn't get him on the ground, and doesn't make it a slow submission slugfest. Because if it's on the floor, it's on the canvas, I think that suits Khabib, man. But I think he'll be all right, man. I think he'll be all right. Yes, shout out to my main man, Valvina. He sent me the email, man. He sent me the email about, because I totally missed that whole movie thing, because cinemas have been closed. I missed that. That's crazy. That could be one hell of a film. I'm telling you right now, that could be one absolute hell of a film, because Ridley Scott hasn't delved to that period since Kingdom of Heaven. And Kingdom of Heaven, apart from Orlando Bloom, who's trash, was an outstanding film. The only issue with Kingdom of Heaven was that the lead, Orlando Bloom, is a brick. Apart from that, it was a superb film. So he's not really gone into that kind of like period piece since Kingdom of Heaven, which I think was in 2004. So him going back to this period piece, no CGI, no dumb special effects. It's historic, it's biographical, gets a good, strong writer in there, and you got Joaquin Phoenix, who the guy, it is what it is. The guy always hits. He's one of the best actors of all time. But just the fact that it's Napoleon, and just what Napoleon was, and just thinking of what Joaquin Phoenix could do with a Napoleon character, and Ridley Scott showing us France or that period, knowing how amazing Ridley Scott is with lighting, set pieces, visuals. That could potentially be one crazy film. Because for me, I love history and real historical biographical films. I love that stuff, which is why I'm still waiting for them to do. It's just that because Hollywood they'll obviously cast some white guys and tan them. I want them to do like a thing about Ramses, like a story about Ramses the second, a story about I think it's Nefertira, about all the pharaoh kings, like a truly epic story that just shows you the reign of some of the pharaoh kings during ancient Egypt, because that would just be amazing. Like imagine ancient Egypt story. For me, I think Ridley Scott is the best. is the best. I don't know what he was smoking with of Gods and Kings, but Ridley Scott is the best, man. Shout out to Nippon Shaman. Thank you for the super chat, man. Best ever movie to feature a mermaid. Wow. Best ever movie to feature a mermaid. I mean, for me, like Little Mermaid is too cheesy. I'm sure there is one I'm missing out because I didn't watch that one with that girl from Daryl Hannah and Tom Hanks. Is it Splash? I didn't watch that. Yeah, nothing jumps out at me because Little Mermaid was not that great. Trust me, like as a Disney cartoon, it was not that great. But yeah, I mean, actually, probably this one. The lights, yeah. I actually forgot there was a mermaid in the lighthouse. Yeah, I'll probably see that one. Like, there've not been that many really great films featuring mermaids. Like, how many films do you see with mermaids in there? But the Lighthouse, though, if I had to pick one, probably the Lighthouse. Just as I've not watched that film in ages, and I missed like the first kind of 10, 15 minutes of the film. But I'll probably give it to that one, man. What else is there? Jesus Christ. So you didn't like The Irishman? You see, no, Irishman was. I thought that was good. I actually want to watch it again. Just that I just didn't have time. I want to watch it again. You see, like for me, Scorsese's best film is Taxi Driver. That's his best film. And then it's Taxi Driver, and I say this, people, king of comedy, man. That is a very underrated Scorsese film that most people didn't see, but that was a very good film. That was a really good film. So obviously you have Taxi Driver. I told you I'm not that big a fan of Goodfellas. I'm not. It is what it is. I've just never really been that big of a fan of Goodfellas, man. So guys, what are we saying here? Is Trump going to say what's up next month? Is Trump going to say what's up next month, or is Biden going to get the dub? Oh wow. Now this is Martin Luther King has to rank as the most overrated human figure to ever exist. Based on what? Based on what? I would like you to elaborate on that because I mean Martin Luther King. What can I say? For me, I always say that the thing with Martin Luther King is I always say that what he did was amazing. What he tried to do was amazing. But what I always say is that he put too much faith in humanity. And that was his biggest mistake. Like he put so much faith in humanity. And I think what he probably realized towards the end was that there are some people you can't change. And remember, this was back in the 60s and so forth. So you obviously still have the hope that no. You must believe in the human good. Is I know. there are literally some people that you literally cannot change that will fight to stay the way they are, and there is no point in you trying to change them, and you just have to accept that. You just have to accept that there are people who will just um, stay as they say. Uh, Adam Sandler, you see, this thing with Adam Sandler has only made one really good film, like one amazing film, which is Happy Gilmore. Little Nicky was alright. I haven't watched Billy Madison, but Little Nicky was alright. But that Little Nicky wasn't good because of him. It was just good because of the stuff around him. Happy Gilmore was where, no, this is really Adam Sandler being the right dude and the best dude, and he was really made it so good. I think after the 90s, Adam Sandler, for some reason, but this way, for some reason, he has a portion of America that just loves him and his movies. Because 90% of his movies are garbage. Like like totally crap films. But the fact of the matter is that he keeps getting these deals. So someone must be watching them. Because if they were flops and nobody watched them, then what we do? So obviously he has a portion of people that loves his films. So he keeps on doing them, but his films are crap. They're really crap. And I think Adam Sandler, I don't think he isn't funny. Adam Sandler isn't funny. He's one of those guys that he needs to be in the right film for him to be funny. I don't think he's like a naturally funny guy. Like a Cat Williams is a naturally funny guy. Like a Jim Carrey is a naturally funny guy. There are guys who are just naturally funny like that. Adam Sandler, I don't think he's a naturally funny guy. But I just think that he's just one of those dudes who people just like him. People just like him, which is the coolio thing, man. What are your thoughts on Fincher's Social Network and the performances of Jesse Eisenberg and Andrew Garfield? What is the rank amongst Fincher's best films? Really good. Social Network was really good. The way that it was put together, because again, I'm not a big fan of Aaron Sorkin, who is the guy that wrote the script. But in terms of the film and directing, I think 100% quality, really good. And I think he told the story in an interesting way, because obviously it's a big story, a famous story. It's like the most popular apple in the world, and just the way that he told the story, I just thought he did it in a nice, cool way. The thing about Jesse Eisenberg is that he's the same in every single film. Because I thought, oh wow, this is a really good performance. But if you look at, because I've not seen Zombieland, but just look at Social Network and look at Batman v Superman, it's the same dude. It is literally the same dude. So I don't know how much credit I can give his acting when you're pretty much the same in all the films. I thought Andrew Garfield was really good. I thought he was really good. And I thought that he played that character really well. And I just think, could just say that Andrew Garfield is a superior actor to Jesse Eisenberg. Fincher's films. So for me, Fincher's best film is Seven. Standard. His second best film is Fight Club. I would say this is his third best film, because I think it's better than Panic Room. It's better than Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It's better than Gone Girl. No. He didn't do Phone Booth. That was Joe Schumacher. Rest in peace. So I would say it's his third best film behind Seven and Fight Club, which is pretty damn good. And it just shows you how trash and stupid those dumbass Oscars are. Because do you know this Social Network? It's lost out to A King's Speech. Have any of you watched A King's Speech? No, you haven't. Of course you haven't, because nobody gives a damn about a King's Speech. But they literally gave Best Director to some dude called Tom Hooper, who directed the King's Speech, and they gave Best Film to the King's Speech over Social Network, which is stupid. Because I think the Oscars, I just think they're very obsessed with English history and England and all that kind of British kind of stuff, man. Because it's like, how do you not give Social Network all the awards? This is American history. This is American history done very well. Let England go and award King's Speech and do the whole thing. You should be awarding and praising and promoting this kind of history, man. So That's my thing. Um, yeah, look, I told you I began Dragon Ball Super. I began it, but I got distracted by some other things that I had to do. So some other things uh, were on my plate, but I will get back to it. I will get back to it. Don't worry. I shall get back to it very, very soon indeed. Very, very soon indeed, man. Um, but no, see, that's what I would say. Like, I mean, Dragon Ball Z. Um, that's I think that's above any other kind of anime from Japan was most impactful. By far, it was the most impactful, man. Um, because and I just think it's because like in America, like see, Western cartoons they don't like Western cartoons don't really have the kind of pizzazz that Japanese cartoons have. Like because the thing is like in Japan, they take the medium of cartoons and animation a lot more seriously than in the West. I told you, Pixar is trash. I don't care what it says. Pixar is trash, and I am sick and tired of the stupid Pixar nonsense that they keep on regurgitating again and again and again. So, but in Japan, it's different because in Japan they view the kind of animation medium as something that should be taken a lot more seriously. So they roll with it a lot more. They roll with it a lot more. Um, Sopranos. See, this thing about Sopranos, good series. It's definitely a good TV series. I wouldn't put it as one of the best. Like for me, I think The Wire is better. I think Battlestar Galactica is better. I would say Star Trek: The Original Series is better. Breaking Bad might be better. The Shield is better. Boardwalk Empire is better. So they're all better. But what I'll say about Sopranos is the best performance by a lead character is in Sopranos. Like what James Gandolfini does in Sopranos is amazing. Is absolutely amazing. So his performance in that is absolutely um amazing. Erhan, relax, bro. Relax, man. So yeah, like James Gandolfini, how he just portrays that character of Tony Soprano, just the kind of nuances that he gives him, how realistic he puts him across is amazing, man. It's amazing, man. But yeah, no, but yeah, but so Sopranos is definitely something that you guys should watch, man, for sure. I mean, just for James Gandolfini's performance, it's something you should watch. Look, see, this is the thing about Pixar. The animation quality of Pixar is amazing. Let's just put that there. Like, the actual animation is good. The issue about Pixar is the content is trash. So, um, he keeps on. So they keep on bringing up the same trash again and again and again. That's the issue. That is the main issue. It's trash. So if the stories were better and much more inventive, it'd be better. Like I don't know how many of you guys know about Warhammer 40k. Let me bring this up. This is what I want to see a cartoon of right now. If there's anything I want to see a cartoon of, is this. There we go. Warhammer 40k. Because this, oh, bro. This is the stuff I want to see. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Now, guys, check this out. If you give me a cartoon of this, I will go insane. Guys, check that out. Now, this is what I want to see. This, especially, this is my thing, man. This is my thing right now. Like, if you give me a 3D animation film of this, quality, violent, hardcore, serious, edgy, bro, bro. That's my thing. Because look, you can definitely have your space for your Toy Stories and so forth. But it's like, it's the same thing with the same comedy, the same jokes. Because see, the beauty about anime is that in anime, you have your comedies, you have your horrors, you have your violent things, you have your hardcore dramas, you have all these kinds of things. So there's a nice variation, but in Pixar, it's all comedy, kiddie stuff, man. Guys, trust me, this is called Warhammer 40k. Warhammer 40k. Look it up. Look at some stuff. You'll be like, yeah, nah. This is that dude, man. This is that flipping dude. See, I've only seen Toy Story 1, which was decent. I haven't seen any of the other Toy Stories like 2, 3, 4. Nah, I've only seen Toy Story 1. And for me, you've seen one, you've seen them all. I don't need to see Toy Story 2, 3, or 4. Because I think after that I'm like, okay, I now get what this is about. I get what this is about. I'm like, nah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool with others because I've got Disney Plus, so I suppose I can see. I should stop my Disney Plus, but literally, I only have Disney Plus for X-Men because I want to watch the Spider-Man cartoons again. I want to finish X-Men and then watch The Mandalorian. So where I can view all those things. I can then ride through, man. Yes, FCB, I banned you because you kept on. If you keep on spamming the same damn question again and again and again, it gets annoying, bro. Okay, and I answered your Ronaldo question, but you kept on asking it again and again and again, so it just got annoying. So if you keep on spamming and you mess up with the whole vibe and the community of the whole thing, then I've got to take you to step off, bro. But see, for me, I prefer the old style Disney stuff to the current Pixar stuff. So let me do an experiment. Show of hands. How many people have Androids? How many people have iPhones? Let's see a show of hands live. How many of you guys have an Android? How many of you guys have iPhones? Or do you have both? That's what I know. So how many of you have Androids? How many of you have iPhones? Let's see a show of hands. Show of hands, man. Show of hands. Show of hands. Let's see. Show of hands. Yes, guys, I'm on TikTok. All right, sue me. I'm on TikTok. What? Okay, so iPhone, Android, S8, Android, iPhone, Android, both Android. Interesting. But from here, there are more Android users than iPhone users. But I mean, I struggle to believe there is a better like if you've got a Samsung Galaxy, whatever series it is, if you've got a Samsung Galaxy, you'll struggle to find a better phone than that. Just the way that thing operates. Because trust me, I went through so many phones. I went through all these kind of like cheap ass Chinese phones and all these kinds of things, but I finally settled on the because I got the S8 second hand and then I got the A10 second hand. I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to be in this whole iPhone club, man. Yes, I joined. No. Okay, let me tell you about TikTok, guys. Let's go TikTok. TikTok is not my kind of platform in terms of watching content. It is mostly for kids, mostly for younger people, and it's really scary. Like, it's frightening. But what I will say, in terms of creating stuff, it is addictive. I'll give it that because there are so many different kinds of special effects for you to have, and so many things to do that you can really get lost in just creating so many videos and just making fun stuff. So in terms of the tools you have to create something, it's pretty good. It's pretty good in terms of creating tools. But in terms of just the videos on there, people there are wild. Like people on that platform are wild. It's like, what the hell? You know, because as I'm trying to just browse through, I'm just hearing all this music blaring through, guys jumping up and down, flipping. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Um, so it's a bit crazy, man. It's a bit crazy. Um, all right, where were we? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Wait, there was a question that I wanted to. There we go. What changes would you like to see made in the Mass Effect remaster? Oof. Um, totally remake Part Three. That's the first thing. I think you see, remake Part Three. Um, change the whole entire story so it actually properly fits into Part One and Part Two. Clean up the gameplay in Part One because Mass Effect One is my favorite, but it doesn't run as smoothly as Mass Effect Two. So Mass Effect One, remove all the glitches, make things all look nice and pretty, then boom. Because if that thing comes out on the freaking Switch, I think I might flip. I th- I think I might just have a baby. If that thing comes out on the flipping Nintendo Switch, I think I might have a baby, man, 100%. Um, so that's my thing, man. Okay, this is interesting. This one's a thing. In terms of pop culture, who is the female equivalent of Drake today? I'm not sure. I'm not sure there is one because I was about to say Beyonce, but I don't think Beyonce is as much of a trendsetter as Drake because Drake literally sets trends for both men and women. Beyonce really, her markets are mainly for women, really primarily. But Drake literally is. Basically, I told you, it's not like he's as good as this dude, but Drake is the modern day Michael Jackson. He is nowhere near Michael Jackson. He's not even close to the terms of Michael Jackson. But in terms of a guy who dictates what is cool, who dictates pop culture and dictates what is hip and what is trending, it's Homeboy. Um, but then because when you look at Cardi B or Nicki Minaj, they don't change trends the way that Drake does. There isn't a female version of Drake. There isn't a male version of Drake today. Drake is a one and one. Basically, the last time there was someone like a Drake was Michael Jackson. It is like because there are guys who are more talented than him and that do everything. But in terms of okay, this is the new dance. This is the new hashtag. This is the new slang. This is the new thing, and everything he does is now seen as a new cool thing. And the fact that you have to think about this. The amount of time he's been doing it, because like a Rihanna, she's come and then sort of gone. Nicki has gone and sort of gone. Like Drake since 2012, 2013, he's literally been the in vogue, cool, boom, this is what I'm doing, you know. So, like I said, I respect Drake. I respect him. He's not one of my favorite artists and so forth, but in terms of making good music, because look, I am really into my music. So in terms of just making really good music, I have to give him that dub. He deserves that dub 100%. He 100% deserves that dub, man. So, um, see, Drake, no, you have to listen to what I said. There will never be another MJ. Let's just put it there. There will never be another MJ. But I'm not saying in terms of how big he is. I say in terms of being a trend setter. Because MJ was setting trends. So MJ was setting trends, and whatever MJ did was the cool thing. So everybody looked to what MJ's release was. So MJ's release was always a big thing because it was like, how is he now gonna? What's the new cool thing that MJ's now gonna bring in? So, but there will never be another MJ. Like that's never happening. Like whoever lived through MJ's time feel yourself privileged. So guys who are in your early 20s, man, bro, you missed out. So if you were born in like 98, 1992, 2000, you have no idea what MJ was. Like MJ was something different, man. Something different. Like, and music has never been the same. Because what you had was a guy who he began when he was like 6, 7 years old. And he literally was an amazing dancer, singer, and performer from the age of 10. And the fact was that there was nobody with the kind of talent for performance like him. Um, so it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Um, but and I think that's the thing about it is that I think obviously it's almost as if people telling you about um Muhammad Ali, but it's different living in a time of Muhammad Ali. So living in a time of Thriller, of Bad, of Dangerous, it was different because the release of the album was a massive deal. you know, like it was like I mean, like it was a massive deal when that album came out because you're like, oh my gosh, like whoa, you know. Um, who was bigger at their peak, 50 Cent or Drake? $50. That was that's 50 cents. That's Get Rich or Die Trying was global. Think about it. Think about it. 50 Cent literally has a career. He's a movie producer. He's in movies, has his own studios and everything based off one album. None of Drake's albums had the kind of impact or were as big as what 50 Cent did because that album it was too huge. Like in the club was in the club in every flipping club, but that album was different, man. That album was different, you know. Um, so 50 Cent's peak for me was greater than Drake's peak because for me, like, what is Drake's peak? Because you could argue that Drake is still. See, what I'll say is that Drake has had one of the longest peaks. Basically, the only person that has had a longer peak than Drake is Michael Jackson. Because Drake is at his peak now. He's still at his peak, like he hasn't declined. So the moments Take Care came out, he's just been plateauing at the peak. So it's he's had a long peak, but no. I remember because I remember the build up to Get Rich or Die Trying, like when you had Wangster and guys like because remember before that, because remember, so this was '03. So really, New York was only really being held down by Jay-Z and sort of Nas when they did their whole beef back in '01. But there wasn't like a new New York artist. So 50 Cent coming in, it was aha. New York now has a potential new king, and there was so much hype around it, based on just his persona, his character, and so forth, and how he rapped. So it was that he was different, but which memes are those? The Drake Happy Girlfriend memes were hilarious. I've not seen those memes. What happened in those memes? No, but look, you see, I'm just waiting for J. Cole and Kendrick to drop because they should drop this year. And what we've got like 2 months left. Like now so in 2020 we've had J Electronica drop 2 albums, and then if we then get a J. Cole and a Kendrick, then man, this would be a whole different ball of wax, man. This will be a different ball of wax. Oh gosh, Barkley, Lord. Um, yeah, man. But see, this is what I've always said is like the home of rap is New York, and the fact that New York doesn't have the best rapper in the world, it feels as if like there's a void. Because Kendrick's amazing, J. Cole is amazing, all these guys are amazing, but the fact that New York doesn't have the top tier guy now is an issue. That's an issue, man. Um, it's a flipping issue, man. Oh Lord. Where do you rank Eminem? I don't know, top 20, top 20, 2025. He's not top 10. Nah. He's not top 10 as like a rapper in terms of ability and impact. Top 20, which is good. Top 20 to top 25, but like nah, I don't think that he's a top 10 dude per se. I mean, so see for me, look, I think because you said so like is rap in a healthy place now? Because I mean, obviously you've got the whole Griselda guys coming through. You have Kendrick there, you have J. Cole there. Who else do you have? I mean, you have what's it called, Big Sean. So you have a few dudes there, man. But like rap's golden age was the 90s. By the time you go to the mid 90s and so forth, when you had Tupac, you had Biggie, you had the Wu-Tang, you had Tribe Called Quest, then you had the guys like a Pharoah Monch, like a Mos Def, Common. 90s was just, I think 90s was when you just had rappers at their very peak, because I think the issue now is rap is cool now. I mean, you can always see like there are definitely a few good rappers coming through, but I think because rap is cool now, it's become more saturated. So therefore, there's a lot more trash out there. So guys are like, it's a lot more easier just to release some trash and make some money. But way back in the 90s, when the biggest music genre was pop, and girl bands and boy bands, such as Backstreet Boys and Sync, flipping Britney Spears, flipping Spice Girls, so you actually had to be quality. So you really were viewed on quality because rap wasn't the popular thing. So, um, oh, Jay Dilla is that dude, man. He is that dude. Is Dr. Dre overrated? That's that is one to think about, because obviously the automatic answer is no. That's like that's like the automatic answer that you would give. Um, Overrated. I would say no. No, he's not, because I cannot give you an argument as to how he's overrated, because NWA, Tupac, Eminem, Dr. Dre, the Chronic album, Snoop Dogg, the amount of artists that he brought through, how distinct his sound was, the impact of his sound and his beats was huge, and his longevity, because there is no other kind of producer in rap that has his longevity or his impact or the amounts of artists he broke. So just let me see, just between Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Eazy-E, Eminem, 50 Cent, those are amongst the most impactful rappers in this genre, man. So Dre but I think the key thing, just on a musical level, on a musical level, his impact is just huge. The guy's impact is just flipping huge, because a Dr. Dre sound when you hear it, and I think from what I hear from people, in terms of engineering and mixing, he's one of the best in the business, which is why his the crispness and the quality of his sound, of the sound of his music is amazing. When you just hear how amazing it sounds, it doesn't sound like anyone else, man. So yeah, man. Like Dre is different, man. And you could even argue that he sort of helped to usher in and introduce people to Kendrick, because he was like, you know what, Kendrick is now the king of the West Coast. Boom, take it. Because see, which is why rap, you could say that rap is like in a healthy place, because you now have Kendrick, who is like, you see, he's the guy now. Kendrick is the guy, you know. Kendrick is that guy. Um, oh man, people call him about Dr. Moon, man. Dr. Moon. Oh, look, man, guys, Trump is going crazy these days, man. Let's see what's trending, man. Oh gosh, guys are now beating me on this my Mourinho meme, man. Um, best rapper actor. Tupac would have been amazing. Tupac, you could tell that Tupac was on his way to being, um, yeah, because like he was pretty much on his way to being an amazing actor. You could just tell. He was on the way to be an amazing actor. So I think he would have been hands down the best rapper actor. But LL Cool J is pretty good. LL Cool J is pretty good, man. Don't sleep on your boy LL Cool J. You know. Um. Oh, I like peace out, bro. Peace out. Um. Don't sleep on your boy LL Cool J. He's tops, man. So I would say common and bad. Common is one bad. So for me, I would, but if I had to pick, I'll probably say LL Cool J, because you guys should watch Into Deep. Go watch Into Deep and then just see what LL Cool J does there. But yeah, like it would have been, and also everyone knew that it was going to be Tupac. That Tupac was just going to have, because what would have happened is I think he'd have probably calmed down a little bit with regards to his antics and so forth. He'd have still done rap, but he would have done more and more acting roles. And you could say that he was friends with a lot of people, because he was friends with Tim Roth, he was friends with Adrian Brody, he was friends with Mickey Rock. So he had many friends in the kind of Hollywood industry. And I think as his star would have grown bigger, he would have done more and more films, you know. Um, so yeah, but I mean, Mos Def is decent. I wouldn't call him an amazing actor, because yeah, he was in that film with um Bruce Willis. I think it's 16 Blocks, and he's alright, you know. But I would I don't think he's better than LL Cool J. I don't think he was better than Tupac. So um, it's this is what I say about Will Smith has a Will Smith has amazing charisma. So in terms of charisma, Will Smith hands down all day every day. But Will Smith is not a good actor. Let's just keep it real. Will Smith is not a good actor. Um, that's just me keeping it real. Meryl Streep dominated accolades and awards in her career. On the male side, should Pacino have been her equivalent, and why was he passed over as much as he was? Is there even an equal to her accolades awards wise? No, there isn't a male equivalent to Meryl Streep, and I just think that maybe it's just the fact that Meryl Streep, um, there just are not many actresses as good as Meryl Streep. So I just think that the male field is far more competitive than the female field. Because like, how many actresses can you call top 10 actors of all time? The ones I can think of are Meryl Streep and Viola Davis, and that's it. Um, the thing about it is the Oscars is trash. The Oscars is trash, you know. But remember, Pacino came up in a very tough time. So he came up with De Niro, Harvey Keitel, John Voight, John Cazale, 70s Gene Hackman, Jack Nicholson. So the 70s was the breeding ground and the genesis for some of the best actors of all time, you know, or some of the biggest actors of all time. So it was a very competitive time. But it's like he didn't get an Oscar for Godfather. He didn't get an Oscar for Godfather 2. He didn't get an Oscar for Serpico. He didn't get an Oscar for what's it called? Oh, what is it? Scarface. Like, basically, how he did not win for either Godfather 1 or Godfather 2 is crazy. Like, his performance in Godfather 2 is one of the most chilling, scary, terrifying performances I've ever seen. And he is scary without any makeup or so forth. You're like, no, bro, you don't want to fuck with this dude. You do not want to fuck with this dude. That is like the kind of vibe he just exuded there. So no. That dude is next level. So for me it was the Oscars screwing him over for sure, because Pacino should have an Oscar for Scarface and Godfather 2 and Serpico. His best performance is arguably Serpico. Serpico is arguably his best performance. Like, that's a film that you guys should see. Serpico, incredible. Bran, thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation, man. Thank you, bro. HH, thoughts on Chris Brown, Usher, Neo? Well, Neo is a very good songwriter. So in terms of songwriting, he's probably the best. People need to put some respect on Usher's name. I think Chris Brown is talented, very talented, but respect Usher's longevity, his song making, and his albums. I think the best artist overall out of those three is Usher. I think the most talented, in terms of just raw talent, Chris Brown. In terms of his dancing, what he can do, his different styles, choreography, Chris Brown is down. So Chris Brown is the best dancer out of these three. And producer and Neo is the best songwriter. Because it was as myself, it's all because of you. The song on GTA 4 that Neo did. So Neo he's that dude, man. But look, Usher, man, like, put some respect on Usher's name, man. Because Usher, he's earned his stripes. He has earned his flipping stripes. Bro. Deserve to tell the truth. Tell the truth. Do you know that this dude looked nothing like that doctor? Nothing. It was a joke. It was a joke. The guy he played is dark-skinned and short. So David Oyelowo, that's the guy you should choose. Will Smith, you're tallish and you're light-skinned, or you're light brown. And the guy you're playing is dark-skinned and short. Who ever thought that was a bright idea to cast him? You know? But once you're a big superstar, you're a big superstar, and you can do whatever the heck you want, man. So actually, last few minutes, man, let's end with this. What do you guys think is going to be the next big invention? Or what would you guys want the next big invention to be? In the future, what would you? Because for me, I really want virtual reality, VR. So like a console, or like basically not like Oculus Rift, but next level shit. Like where you can actually enter, you can basically create your own world, and you can just dip into your own VR world, man. Could be trippy, could be a bit crazy, but that's what I want. That's what I want. The only person who's done the best African accents is Forrest Whitaker in Last King of Scotland. You know, that's best because Forrest Whitaker is an amazing actor, and he worked hard to do that and to get their accents right. So that's probably the best one. I mean, Don Cheadle in Hotel Rwanda was he was there, but apart from that, because see, what Americans do is they do a South African accent. So the only accent that Americans can do is South African, but the dialect in South African is totally different from the dialects in West Africa, and different from the dialects of Central Africa and East Africa. So like West African dialects of Ghana, Cameroon, well, specifically Ghana, Ivory Coast, Benin, Nigeria is different from like South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and so on and so forth. So, inbuilt internet in our brains. Because I was even thinking about that one time, like, let's say you're walking through and everything, and you can plug into the internet. Basically, you have these things, and it's connected to your brain, and you can basically browse the internet through like special kind of internet glasses, man. So that'll be great, man. Yeah. I want it to be something that solves the carbon emission crisis, maybe solving hydrogen cars or plants. But I think that's where we're moving because I did an international marketing course, and my teacher, like from Zimbabwe, said that the next big thing is green energy. Hence why China are rolling in on force and putting in stuff into Africa, because you know that green energy is now going to be the next big thing there. So, yeah, I think more plant-based stuff is going to be real. And I also I ate some plant-based burgers, man. It was all right. Wasn't great. It was all right, man. It was all right. Yeah, that's what I say. Augmented reality glasses, because you're seeing the beginnings of it with Oculus Rift, because Oculus Rift is crazy, and I think Oculus Rift is what's going to be like the genesis of having VR virtual reality. And I just believe that they're going to do a thing where it's like sunshades or something, and you can then sort of like use your brain or something to basically interact with the stuff. That's going to be the thing, man. And that's because it's funny that homeboy you're mentioning, because I'm watching Star Trek now, the original series, and I'm like, so in the 60s, Gene Roddenberry believed that by the time we get to the year 2000 something, we'd have space travel. And my thing though is, will we ever have a scenario where there is actually space travel? Because I want to go to Mars. I don't know about you guys. I want to say what's up to Mars. That's what I mean. I want to say what's up to Mars, guys. I must eat. I must chop. It's been good as well. I want to try and do this a bit more often. So look on the YouTube channel for whenever these live things are, because it's just good just to have a nice, relaxed, chill out session. Just talk shit. Talk about different stuff, man. So, guys, peace out. Stay good, stay swell, and I'll see you on the other one. Stay tuned for more content on this content crack thingy, baby. Peace out. Thanks for watching the vid, and don't forget to head to the official websites for extra cool content at halfhophot.com.